going on, everybody? It's the Hair here to do a review for the new Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage. Just came out, just saw it, and here are a couple points that we have from watching it. Now, first and foremost, if you liked the first one, if you liked the flow, if you liked the trajectory, if you liked the pacing of the first one, I think you'll love this one. I believe if you thoroughly enjoyed the first one, you'll possibly like this one even more. You have Woody Harrelson in there, who does fantastic as the leading Carnage, as the character in Carnage, and of course you have Tom Hardy returning as Venom himself, the voice, and the character Eddie Brock. So yes, here's the review for it. Right off the bat, I will let you know there have been a lot of mixed reviews. Some people say it's terrible, the worst. Some people say they love it, it's quirky, it's witty, so on and so forth. As for me, I did like the first one. I thought the first one was good. I liked it. It was very entertaining. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to realize this is a superhero movie, so it's not going to win any Oscars or any, I don't know. I don't even know what the hell the main awards are now. Now, to that point, I will say Black Widow was incredible. One of the best superhero movies I've ever seen. That's a good movie even without the whole superhero aspect in it. But this is about Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage. Again, I liked it. I enjoyed the pacing. It was short too for a superhero movie. Usually superhero movies, you think they're about 2 hours plus. They go, especially the Avengers type movies and all that. They're 2 hours plus, sometimes 3, even a little bit more. This was an hour and a half tops. So short and sweet. Pacing, some people complain about the pacing. I thought it was good. Typical Venom type movies, it's like a good cop, bad cop type thing. It's like a cyber sloth type thing too, with Eddie Brock and Venom, the symbiote Venom. So Venom's powers typically are helping him solve crimes. And yes, so like I said, overall I thought it was good. Now there is this, so there's a couple little things that bothered me. So for the first and foremost, they introduce Woody Harrelson, who plays Carnage. Carnage. So, or Cletus, I believe is his name. So, here's the thing. Now, he's a serial killer, and then he has his partner, I forget her name. They have like a Bonnie and Clyde type thing going on. Now, okay, he's a serial killer, and he just wants to speak to Eddie Brock for some reason. So, played by Tom Hardy. They don't really explain why he wants to speak to him specifically, but for whatever reason he wants to speak just to him. Great, fine. So when they speak, that's the only person he wants to talk to do some little interview for the Eddie's job. So he's doing it, and as they're talking, Carnage starts to reveal some things that open up other investigations and other crimes, and being that he's in prison right now for life, I believe, that opens up the case for him to be on death row, which basically he starts regretting, I should have never talked to this fool. I'm going to get my revenge. So quickly escalates to death row. Now, we know that Venom is an alien species symbiote that attaches to Eddie Brock. Now, a different alien species, I think there's 1,000 different kinds, attaches to Woody Harrelson, Cletus, and he becomes Carnage. It attaches to him, it likes him, and basically it saves him because he's on death row and he's getting the shot to kill him basically in front of people. Instead of dying, the classic Carnage from the comics, the cartoons, he explodes and he's all red and black and demonic looking. He breaks the carousel that he's in, kills everybody basically, and he's on a rampage. Long story short, he finds his Bonnie, basically Shriek as they call her in the comics. She has this screeching power, and they keep going. So basically, it's interesting. It's an interesting story. Again, Woody Harrelson does a great job, and him and Venom have great fight scenes. I enjoy. Some people thought it was like sludge, mud wrestling type thing. I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome. I thought it looked fantastic. A lot of good kills in it. They pushed the PG-13 limit for sure. There's not a lot of blood in it, but a lot of killing in it, which is pretty cool for a Marvel movie. Now, what's awesome too, real quick tidbit. I'm a Mustang guy, and Carnage has a super awesome Mustang in it. Loved it. Now, one thing I will say I was disappointed in too was that they killed Carnage in this movie. Spoiler alert, right? They killed him towards the end of the movie. Now it's bittersweet. I wish they would have kept him alive for future installments. Woody Harrelson, great actor, and played a good part. I think they didn't do the most they could for the Carnage character. I thought one movie wasn't enough, especially a short movie. Now, I thought they could have expanded a lot more. Maybe they'll do a backstory to him because he has a pretty good backstory. But the kill of Carnage I thought was pretty awesome because, and here's another thing too. This movie's cheesy. Of course, all the one-liners that Venom does is very cheesy, but I enjoyed it. Again, if you like the first one, you like this one. The kill of Carnage was pretty great because, again, it's a PG-13 movie. Quick tidbit too for those that are movie buffs or whatever. In a PG-13 movie, you can only say fuck once. You can say the F word just one time, and they used it towards the very end of the movie. So Venom has Carnage in his hands, and Carnage is trying to give this sentimental, basically, confession, and Venom says fuck this guy. He goes, fuck this guy, and he bites his head off, kills him. I thought that was awesome. Some people don't like it. I thought that was fucking awesome. It was great. It was a good kill, I thought. But again, then that means Carnage is gone. Nowhere in the MCU, which we'll talk a little bit about more later. Again, overall pretty good. Short and sweet. Pacing was good. I thought entertaining. I thought it was good. Now that's because I liked the first one. Where it gets really juicy and interesting is the very end. The very end of this movie. For sure, gets super juicy. Now, there isn't a whole lot of the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Spider-Man, the big elephant in the room, talked about, except finally in the post-credit scenes in this movie. Thought that was fantastic. So basically, at the end of Venom, Eddie Brock and Venom, they're just talking on the beach. There's a whole little like Jekyll Hyde thing going on too. They've been arguing, and then they leave each other. Venom tries to attach somebody else, doesn't work out, and then he attaches back to Eddie Brock, and they realize they're good for each other, right? So yes, again, overall pretty good. Now at the very end, after the whole beach scene or whatever, credits happen. And then what do you always expect in a superhero movie? Marvel, DC, whatever. You expect a final scene, a post-credit scene, or a mid-credit scene, as this one goes. Mid-credits happen, and you stick around because you know something's going to happen. Sure enough, this to me might be the best mid-credit scene or post-credit scene for a superhero movie I think I've ever seen. It was fantastic. It was amazing. So basically, Eddie Brock and Venom, they're in this, trashy room, hotel, apartment or whatever. They're just talking about just life, and then Venom's telling him, like, I need to tell you something or whatever, and they're like, sure. Eddie Brock says, sure, let me know. The room starts shaking a lot, like crazy, and he's like, and Eddie's telling him, what are you doing? And then Venom says, I don't know what's going on. It stops. And the room isn't this trashy room anymore. It's actually this really nice room. And I think a lot of people already thought, oh shit, MCU time. So the TV pops up and you see Tom Holland, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, his face and the Spider-Man suit. And I mean, if you're in the theater, everybody's going crazy. The nerds going nuts. They're like, holy shit, they're finally including Spider-Man, Tom Holland. Venom's now in the MCU, so the symbiote version comes out of Venom. He walks up to the TV screen and he licks Tom Holland's face. It's like, I want to eat that guy. I want this guy. Like, he wants to kill him, basically. Chills down your spine. Palms are sweaty, mom's spaghetti, the whole shebang. You're into it. It's sick. It's awesome. Very happy that now they're including Venom inside the MCU. Venom's an anti-hero. Venom wasn't even supposed to go past just a villain. He got so popular that they made him an anti-hero, and now he's inside of it. I'll be interested to see if he's going to be in the No Way Home, the new Spider-Man movie, if they're going to wait for another installment of Venom, a third installment where it's Spider-Man versus Venom. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm in. I'm definitely in. I'm pumped up. I cannot wait. I hope Venom even like does a post-credit scene in No Way Home where he's actually in No Way Home. No Way Home's supposed to be fantastic with all three Spider-Mans. You know, Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and then your boy, the one that we grew up with, Tobey Maguire, and then you know Doc Ock is in it, and then maybe you know the Green Goblins will be in it. We'll see. But again, Venom is in the MCU now. We are pumped up. We are excited. We cannot wait to see what's next. And stay tuned. The ride's just starting. The hair